I need to put my toes in the water and my ass in the sand. So let's head on down to the beach and see if we can find some bourbon along the way. It is such a beautiful day today. There's no way I could drive with the windows up. So I'll have to talk to y'all in a bit. On a day like today, this is literally the only downside of driving Maggie on a trip like this. And this one was about 4 hours. I think we're getting close to the Florida state line. Alabama has really high taxes when it comes to alcohol. So oftentimes right across the state line, you end up with little liquor stores popping up because it's a lot cheaper for people to just drive across the state lines and buy their alcohol. I have taken a path that avoids a lot of highways so we can cruise with the windows down and listen to the radio. So I'm not sure on this route exactly what the road's gonna look like that crosses the state lines. I'm not sure if we're gonna have any luck with kind of those state line liquor stores, but we'll see what we can find. As soon as we cross the state line, we'll try to start stopping at something and seeing, if we can get lucky. All right, we deviated out of our way about a mile to come to Bootleggers Liquor. Not the best looking whiskey shop on the outside, but never judge a store you've never been in. So let's go in and see what they've got. How much are you asking for your E.H. Taylors there? $189?
Yeah, $189. And the Blanton's $179.
All right, I appreciate it. $200 for E.H. Taylor. What'd she say? $139 for Blanton's. Struck out there, but we'll keep looking. $360 for a Kentucky Owl Batch 10's. A little rich for my blood. If it were a 9, I'd probably do it, but don't know if there's anything else between here and where I'm staying, but we'll stop at it if there is. All right, we are just off of Highway 30A. There's a wine and spirit store here in one of these fancy little strip mall areas, so might as well give it a try. All right, we bought a few bottles there. We got a Detling cask strength for about 80 bucks. Don't know if that's a good deal on that one or not, but I gave their green label a little bit of hell in a video, so I really wanted to try the cask strength because I've heard that is the one to have. We also picked up a Doc Swenson's straight bourbon whiskey, kind of a blender's cut. That one set me back about $57, 58 bucks. We found the blackened. A lot of folks have been requesting us to do a review of this Metallica whiskey. This one was actually on clearance for like 35 bucks. So that's interesting, but this is the bottle I'm actually most excited about, believe it or not. Old Grandad Bonded. I've been looking for this guy for about a year. A lot of folks think this is one of the best whiskeys you can get, best cheap whiskeys that you can get. Now, this one's about 32 bucks, so it's not under $20 like most folks were trying to get me to put it in the under 20, but 100 proof Old Grandad. I'm really looking forward to giving this a try. It feels like a 1 liter bottle. Yeah, this is a 1 liter bottle, so 32 bucks for 1 liter. And then we've got a little surprise. We're gonna use that in a future video. Be on the lookout for that one. So we did score a few things. It's funny, the nicer the area, the better the prices actually were on a lot of the stuff that was hard to find. Now, they had Calumet 16. That price was marked up a good bit. Wasn't like ludicrous, but it was pretty high, $170 for those bottles. But they had quite a few nice bottles sitting on the shelf there. Several that I still wanted to take home, but I've already spent way too much. We'll probably hit another couple of stores while I'm down here. I'm gonna head on in and check into the room and chill out for a little bit. And hopefully we have a little time tomorrow to maybe do just a little bit more hunting. Maybe tonight we go out and try to hit up some more of these stores in this nicer inn neighborhood here. Well, it was a successful hunting trip. We found a few bottles worth buying, something I'm really excited about. We got something that I'm gonna use for a future video. So all in all, that's pretty good. So now I get to just sit here and watch the waves crash in this really short chair. Try not to get a sunburn. Maybe we'll go out in a little while. I don't know. We'll try at least 1 or 2 more stores tomorrow before we head out. I got to head back home this morning, so we're going to stop at one more store that I've had a little look at in the past, see if we can't find a couple of good bottles, although we've already kind of blown the budget for this trip, but let's see if we can find something interesting. All right, so we just pulled in at Cork Barrel just off of 30A. We're a few minutes before they open because I have to get going early this morning, so we're going to wait just a few minutes here in the Lincoln, then we're going to go in and see what we can find. We definitely overdid it just a little bit on this trip. So all told, we spent about $400, but this is what we got. We got an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A122. I needed a couple of things. He said if we spent a little money, he'd sell us the Blantons. So I needed an Elijah Craig small batch and an Elijah Craig rice. We picked up those. Also got a Larceny Barrel Proof. The one I've got is pretty good, did really good in the blind the other day, and it's a little older, so I wanted to try this one. This one is B522, so this will be fun to try as well. And then he sold us this Blanton's right here that I can't get out of the box. He sold us this Blanton. See, we had it in a set. Thank you, appreciate it. A lot of folks love the Lincoln. So this one is Rick 13, so 5/5/22 dump date, but it's a bottle of Blanton, so not too bad. All right, well, that wraps a successful trip. We all told bought more bottles than I care to count and spent a really nice house payment on them, but that'll load us up for content for the next month or so. So what we've learned down here at the beach is these higher end areas have a little bit of a markup, right? They're going to sell that Blanton's for $100 rather than for 120 and 130 like in some of the kind of outskirts areas. So the little rich, ritzy areas like this that are so nice, like this is so freaking nice. I don't know how people afford to live here. Like I got enough money to come down here for a couple of days, but Lord, I couldn't imagine what it would cost to live here. But these little liquor stores in this area actually have a pretty nice selection, and they have quite a bit of allocated stuff. This place had, all of the stuff that the last place had, Calumet 15 and 16, but also had a couple of nice gems for us there. So don't be afraid to go into the kind of ritzy, rich neighborhoods, because I think that's where you can at least find something at a slight markup rather than going full secondary on it. Time to head home. We'll catch y'all in the next one.